What's up? It's a cold day in St. Louis, 16 degrees, but we're still out here working hard. We're still out here on the grind. We're still on our way to work. I wish this video had better content as far as where we're going, but that is not the case, and I apologize for that. But anyway, let's get into the video. Looks like somebody lost their underwear. That's gross.
Somebody put bumper butts on it. That's hilarious.
There's the other sign and the beat up trash can. I don't know, trash can. Oh my gosh, it's a mailbox. I'm sorry. What's going on, guys? Just wanted to make this video, and the reason why I wanted to make this video, I want to talk about two things today. Number one, I want to talk about why I do abandon, and then secondly, I want to talk about what's to come on my YouTube channel. The name changed last night. I'll get into that in a few minutes. But when I was a kid, I was always kind of intrigued by abandoned buildings and old stuff and stuff like that, but never really got into any place when I was, and I'm talking like I was maybe 12 or 13 when I really started kind of getting into it and looking at places and saying, oh, that looks really cool. The old courthouse downtown here in St. Louis always looked really cool to me. But there was a house that was across the street from us that my aunt and uncle used to live in. They had moved out at this point, and the house across the street from there, that's where we lived. And that was my grandparents' house. So my grandparents used to live on one side of the street. Across the street, my aunt and uncle used to live there. Well, my aunt and uncle moved out, like I said. My dad bought my grandparents' house. We lived there. And one day, I woke up, and the house across the street that they used to live in had caught on fire. So those people obviously moved out. Someone else bought it. They redid the entire inside of the house. Looked really nice. We were playing in the alley one day, because that's what we did when we were kids. We played in the alley. I have a scar right here because there was a half wall in my alley. And we were playing football one time, and a kid pushed me, and I still have the scar because I got right on top of that half wall and cut me up. But this house was redone, and we just happened to go up to like the basement door, and we got in, and we kind of looked around and stuff, and it looked really nice in there. It was cool, but it really wasn't like an abandoned building or anything. So when I was a teenager, my mom bought a camera, and this is when I kind of started playing around with cameras and whatnot, and didn't really do any buildings or anything like that, or no landscaping shots or anything like that. I didn't shoot anything with a video camera or go around. What I did is I ended up using, they bought it for family vacations and stuff like that. What I used it for was I wrote like an SNL show called The Jake Jones Show with my brother and my cousins, which will never see the light of YouTube because they're awful. And as legend goes, they all burnt up in a basement fire. But, you know, that's just how it is. That's how that ends. If they're horrible, you don't want to see them. But anyway, when Abandon came in was, I was an adult at this time, and it's probably like 2014, 2015. And I had a friend who lived next to a place that used to be a funeral home, and the wall collapsed in or out or whatever. The wall was down, and we decided that, hey, we're going to go in here and check this out. So I didn't video anything. I did have my camera on me, obviously, and I started taking pictures of the inside of this place. Unfortunately, there was no freezers, because that's what I was excited about. I'm like, we're going to go in the basement. There's going to be freezers. There's going to be caskets in this thing. There was none of that. It was pretty much gutted. There was a lot of paperwork, some desks. The chapel was really hard to see. They were working on it. They had one of those giant like toolbox things in there, and they were gutting it out. And now it's an apartment complex. So they did work on it. They got it fixed. The cool thing that I did find is there was log books of like people that they had done funerals for. A lot of people died in City Hospital. I'm just saying that's a little weird to me. I'm not sure City Hospital was following all the rules. That's probably why they're not a hospital anymore. Just saying. I don't know. Anyway, so we did that, and then I worked at a place called the Charles Home that was open in 1853. It's creepy looking, I know, but here's a picture of it when I worked there. So when I worked there, I did a lot of research about the place. Obviously, like I said, opened in 1853. Did a lot of research on Miss Charles herself. Her husband actually was shot to death coming out of the court building, and don't remember a lot about that. It's been a good 5 years since I've actually looked into that and visited her grave. She's in Bellefontaine Cemetery here in St. Louis, and so I did that. Did a lot of research on that, and I actually went back. The place actually closed, and it is now apartments as well, like the funeral home is. But they closed and went on and worked for a different location for the company, and they gutted everything. So I went back, and I knew the security guard that was there because he had worked there prior to us closing. So I went back, took some pictures. They gutted everything out. It looked really nice, but I didn't really go far in depth of the whole building. I stayed there overnight multiple times. People were saying that it was haunted. The third floor was haunted and all this stuff. I don't really believe in ghosts or anything like that, so I never... Some weird stuff. You would see weird stuff. I mean, like, I think it was just in my mind. I'm not getting into that. This is not a ghost encounter channel, so I'm not getting into that. Anyway, so they closed. I went in there, took pictures. Like I said, they gutted everything out as far as the kitchen goes where I was working at. And then I kind of just put that kind of stuff on the back burner. Unfortunately, now in 2019, I don't have any pictures saying I was in any of those places. Both of those places I have no pictures for at all. Those were on an old phone, which I no longer owned, and I did not put them on the computer. So therefore, I have lost all of that, which is unfortunate. So then we fast forward to last year. And last year, I was on YouTube, and I was kind of just searching around for some stuff. And I came across a channel, and it was Exploring with Josh. And I started watching Exploring with Josh, and I could not put it down. I just kept watching and watching and watching video after video after video of this guy going through these places, and I'm like, this is really cool. And then I seen RNK All Day, started watching their videos, and then I noticed that Josh and RNK All Day were doing videos together, and I'm like, man, this is such a big inspiration. I'm going to do this. So I started doing it. And February 20th of 2018, I started my Instagram, and I started my YouTube channel. I've done a couple buildings, a school and a house. I've done some retail stuff, but I really want to get back into the abandoned scene and do more places. I want to do a lot of stuff. You see, I watch these guys do this, and I'm like, man, I got to find places like this. But both of those guys have been big inspirations to me, so thank you so much. And I just, when I started my Instagram and my YouTube, it was called J Explore. And I really was hyped up on this abandon thing. And don't get me wrong, I love abandon. I love doing urban exploring. And then I started thinking about it over time, and I said, man, there's so many good stuff to shoot out here. So I just started taking pictures of a bunch of different stuff. And that's when I changed J Explore on Instagram to Jake Jones Photography, which Instagram has been pretty much abandoned all the way to the core. There's been a few pictures here and there that are not abandoned, but it's pretty much, that's what has stayed as, is abandoned. And then recently, last night, and the last couple days, I've just been thinking about my YouTube channel. I have a handful of videos on my YouTube channel. So I was just like, okay, so I don't know what I can do. And then I started thinking and thinking some more, and I was like, I'm going to switch J Explore, the YouTube channel, to Jake Jones. And just start doing a bunch of different kinds of videos, do some vlogging, do some adventure videos. Obviously we're still going to do abandon, retail, abandon as well. We're just going to do all types of stuff on this channel, and that's what I want to do. I love abandon. Abandon is, it's my baby. I love it, and I want to get more out there. As all the people that I follow on Instagram, I see these pictures and I'm like, man, this is awesome. I got to get out there and do this, and I want to do more, and I am going to do more. I'm in the process of getting some locations down. This year, at some point, we're doing Missouri State Penitentiary. I know that's open to the public, but it's still cool. I actually had planned, this isn't an abandoned place, but had planned to go to the Stanley Hotel this year. That's probably not going to happen this year, but maybe a 2020 thing. So we're definitely gonna get out there to Colorado and do that. I want to do that, but I just want to do all types of stuff, do different things. I don't want to keep myself in a bubble to do one thing and that just do abandon. I want to do all types of stuff. So that's what's going to happen. There's going to be different videos on the YouTube channel here, but I'm excited for what the future is going to hold. We're definitely going to get back into abandon. I'm actually working on a crew right now to go into these places with me, so I can have different shots and kind of just have a crew there in case something goes down, because you never know what you're walking into. But I want other guys to be able to go with me and whatnot and get some shots as well. So with that being said, like this video, share this video, get the word out there, help me grow here on YouTube. Subscribe, hit the bell, head over to Instagram, Jake Jones _photography. That'll pull my channel up. Give me a follow. Try to put up pictures every day, and I'm going to try to put up at least 1 or 2 videos a week going forward. We may not get 2 videos a week. We may get 1. You may get 1 video every other week, but we're definitely going to try to start getting some videos on here on YouTube. Thank you guys for who've already subscribed. Sorry, I couldn't talk there. But thank you guys, and be awesome out there.